Come with me as I take you to some of my favourite cities on a long weekend. Buongiorno tutti! Together we'll explore the places I love. Oh, Palermo, what a beauty you are. Oh, my word, Madrid is next to heaven. And discover places new. We put the vroom vroom into Milano. Oh my, this is astonishing. From Stockholm to Lisbon, we'll raise a glass,
Saúde.
and enjoy great food. Pork that melts in your mouth. I don't think there's any delicate way of eating it.
Oh,
We'll leave the tourist trail behind. Every bone in my body has been shaken. My goodness, we are on the ice.
yes.
Oh, my word. We are tacking. And seek out special places to stay. The view of Prague is magnificent. Along the way, we'll make new friends. Do you mind if we do a selfie?
Really?
And memories to last a lifetime. I think I shall always remember this. This is a beautiful moment. I have rarely seen such opulence. What an amazing sight. I am loving this. I can't wait to show you more. Welcome to Milan, the Italian capital of style. It's home to 1.4 million people, the country's second biggest city, its financial centre, and headquarters to a world-famous fashion industry. A short flight from Britain in the northern region of Lombardy, it welcomes almost 7 million visitors a year. But this bustling metropolis isn't a tourist magnet as some other Italian cities are. I don't get the feeling here that I get in Rome of walking through a living museum, and yet here is one of the world's greatest Gothic cathedrals. Milano isn't famed for the Renaissance in the way that Florence is, and yet Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo left gigantic footprints here. There are no gondoliers, but plenty of canals. Look chic, because this is the Italy of design and fashion. And this wealthy industrial city is home to Lambretta and Alfa Romeo. So, fasten our seatbelts, we're going in. During our action-packed long weekend, we'll see superb buildings. The architecture here is uplifting. Glamorous bars, beautifully shapen. It'll leave me stirred. A few surprises. Oh my goodness. And amazing sights. You have to see Milan from here. This is beautiful. Milan's historic centre has a surprisingly compact concentration of beautiful locations, including the fabulously landscaped Parco Sempione. At its far end is the landmark Arch of Peace, where I have an early morning rendezvous with the Lambretta Enthusiast Club. Buongiorno tutti! Mi chiamo Michael. Piacere mio.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Nice to meet you. I've visited this city a couple of times over the years, but I don't know it well. So this time I thought I'd start with a tour. This being Milan, there's only one way to do it justice. Luigi, it's lovely to see everyone here with their scooters, with their Lambrettas. What's it all about?
We have a group of friends.
Aha.
And Lambretta is our common passion.
Yes.
And we have opportunity to spend time, very enjoy the weekends together.
The iconic brand, launched by Italian engineer Ferdinando Innocenti in 1947, became a symbol of Italy's post-war boom. Marketed as the people's scooter, the stylish curves, bright colours and affordable price tag soon made it chic, here and across the world. The last Italian-made Lambretta rolled off the production line over 50 years ago, but enthusiasts keep the legend alive. All of you apparently are aficionados of your Lambrettas.
Absolutely. My Lambretta was my grandfather, built in 1954.
54. It's almost as old as I am. Now, Simone, what about yours? What is yours?
This is a 1962, and this is the Lambretta of my father.
E che anno?
1950. Questo è del 51.
The 1950 model, this is 51.
Ed è la prima Lambretta carenata, cioè tutta chiusa.
Ah, all closed in.
Prima era come quelle,
What-
tutte aperte.
Oh, yes. The early designs were...
Sì, col motore a vista.
Yeah, the motor could be seen, it was open to the elements. This is one of the first ones where the motor was enclosed.
Inside is the same.
Oh, what's this?
Per le signore.
For the ladies.
You had your pillion passenger. So you rest your back here and your dainty feet here.
Fantastic.
Oh, very beautiful.
Bellissimo.
That's a very Italian touch, isn't it? And now, lady and gentlemen, what do we have here?
My Lambretta is 1963,
1963.
and the owner was my father-in-law.
And do you like to drive?
No, I am passenger.
You like to be a passenger?
For the moment, yes.
Like me, like me. It's been a few years since I jumped on a scooter, but being in Milan with the sun shining, what better way to see the city? What a beautiful day to take a ride on a scooter.
Yes.
A scooter made in Milan. A scooter that is more Milanese than risotto. This is freedom. Questa è la dolce vita. This is sightseeing in style. Beautiful view of the Castello. We put the vroom vroom into Milano. It's the first morning of my long weekend exploring Italy's business and fashion capital, Milan. After my whistle-stop tour around the centre, one place draws me back as the perfect start point to any visit. Right in the heart of the city, in the Piazza del Duomo. Milan's largest and grandest square dates back to the 14th century and takes its name from its magnificent architectural masterpiece, a highlight of any long weekend. The glorious Cathedral of Milano, il Duomo, covered in marble in grey and pink and white from local quarries. It is one of the largest Gothic churches in the world, 157 metres long, 92 metres wide, with a capacity for 40,000 people inside. Construction began in 1386, but it would take almost 600 years to complete. Adorned with 3,400 statues, more than any other building in the world. And with this distinctive triangular facade, it is simply unmistakable. Not surprisingly, preservation of this spectacular cathedral is a full-time task. The last time I was here, it was covered in scaffolding. The facade has had a thoroughgoing restoration. And now the three colours of the marble, pink, white and grey, leap from the building, and the statues are in perfect condition. Before you come here and the faces have been worn away by the weather and pollution or vandalised by spiteful invaders. It's the work of more than 70 architects over the centuries, including Leonardo da Vinci. The scale of the interior is breathtaking. This enormous church has 5 great aisles, 52 towering columns, an elaborately decorated marble floor, and 55 stained glass windows. Ciao.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. But come with me, because to see the Duomo at its best, you have to go right to the top. Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Grazie. Wherever you look, it is a glorious sight. At the level of the rooftops, the cathedral is spectacular. There are carved figures everywhere. Being up here now, that figure of 3,400 statues begins to make sense. On the highest of its 135 spires stands the symbol of Milan, the Madonnina. You can just imagine how this building rose century by century, dominating the plains of Lombardy. I am a sucker for the Gothic style, and that means that everything is highly decorated. Every detail has to be beautiful. The man charged with the huge job of protecting it is Francesco, the director of restoration. Francesco, what an amazing place to meet. A cathedral like this, I mean, of course, people said it was built to the glorification of God.
Yeah.
But it's also actually to the glorification of man, isn't it? That humankind was capable of doing such a thing.
Yeah. In those times, they died nearly at 30 or 40 years of age, but they wanted to give the idea that it was possible that inside our nature there's a spark which can realize such a remarkable monument.
Gian Visconti, the first Duke of Milan, insisted that only marble was good enough for the cathedral. When building began, canals were dug to bring it from quarries in Candolia, in the foothills of the Alps. So apart from the colossal works on the cathedral, there were all those civil engineering projects, building the waterways and the canals.
Definitely, there were roughly 300 people working on the cathedral and 300 people working all year up and down from Candolia to Milan by boat.
What sort of challenge does this cathedral present for maintenance and repair?
The more dramatic one is the one linked to the nature of the marble. It cracks suddenly, and so we inspect the monument twice a year, and we try to prevent pieces to fall down.
When scaffolding goes up, it's very frustrating for visitors. But I have been here when the scaffolding was on the front facade, and I see now the result. The result is spectacular. It's all worthwhile in the end, isn't it?
Thank you, yeah, it is like that.
Although I've been to Milan a few times over the years, I've never strayed far from the main tourist sites. So over this long weekend, I'm on a mission of discovery. 10 minutes walk from the cathedral, still in the city centre, is a promising-looking neighbourhood of cobbled streets and colourful buildings. This is Brera, a section of Milano whose fortunes have changed over the decades. It certainly has been a haunt of artists and people of literature, and I'm feeling a bit like a coffee and a little bohemian as well. As with many things in Italy, there's a right and a wrong way of doing it. And that's absolutely strict when it comes to coffee. First introduced by traders from the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century, it's since become a cornerstone of the culture. There are over 900 cafes to choose from in Milan. I'm taking you to the famous Bar Jamaica, which opened its doors over 100 years ago. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
How lovely to
Nice to
see
meet
you. Un caffè, per favore. Grazie.
A wonderful espresso for you.
Yes, you didn't ask me what sort of coffee I wanted.
Because in Italy, cafe is espresso. Otherwise, we have to ask you to make cappuccino, Marocchino, or something different.
Very good. Well, a cafe then, please. Thank you very much indeed. Michaela is the third generation of her family to run this cafe and claims it was one of the first in Milan to acquire an espresso coffee machine. Oh, grazie. Strong and hot. That's fantastic. Tell me about the Bar Jamaica.
My grandfather bought it in 1911 with his sister. My father decided to go on in the family business. He was really fond of book culture, art, so artists, photographers come here.
With all this history behind her, Michaela clearly knows her coffee. I'm hoping she can educate me on the do's and don'ts of what to drink when. So, would you mind giving me some definitions, please? Espresso?
Espresso is a short coffee with a foam that in more than 1 minute is off. That's why espresso you have to take immediately.
Macchiato?
Macchiato is an espresso with a drop of milk.
Marocchi?
Marocchino is a very, very famous coffee made in this cup. The coffee, black. The cream of milk, only foam, not liquid, and chocolate on the top.
Tell me about this rule about not having milk in your coffee at lunch or after lunch.
This is a rule of Mediterranean diet because milk after lunch is not very good. It's not a digestive. Coffee is digestive.
When you get foreign customers coming in the afternoon
Yes.
and asking you for a cappuccino, do you laugh?
When they take spaghetti with cappuccino, this is something that for us is shocking, but what can I say? Here in Jamaica, after the morning, the most popular coffee for Italian is caffè corretto, that is coffee with alcohol, grappa, or sambuca, or brandy.
My goodness, coffee with grappa. I find grappa incredibly strong.
It's fantastic.
Milan is known for its fashion. Here, legends like Giorgio Armani and Gianni Versace made their names, and luxury brands from Prada to Moschino were born. Now, I'm one who cares about what I wear, but what will Milanese fashion expert Anna Maria make of me? Anna Maria? Ciao.
Hi, Michael. Pleased to meet you. How are you?
Pleasure to meet you as well. And in this glamorous street, where are we?
We are in the famous Via della Spiga.
On one of 4 streets known as the Golden Rectangle of Fashion. These luxury boutiques must be seen on any long weekend, even if it's only for window shopping. So you've worked in the fashion business for your adult life. Is it a pleasant world or is it a very competitive world? What's it like?
No, it's very competitive. It's very competitive. It's beautiful, but a little bit stressy.
Yeah. So what is it you do now?
Now I am a personal shopper and image consultant. Most of my time I work with foreign clients which come in Milan just for shopping. They contact me because they want to improve their style. They want to add a Milanese touch, so that means an Italian touch.
And what is the Milanese style? How would you describe it?
It's an elegant way to present yourself to the world from the 8 a.m. till the evening.
let's use lots of imagination and pretend that I'm one of your celebrity clients. Now, where should we begin? Look, let me show you that I like quite a lot of colour. I'm quite flamboyant. You see all this?
Yeah. You like very bright color.
I quite like bright colours. Yeah. What do you think? Do you want to change me, or do you want to work?
I wanted to improve your style. We could start from a hat.
Okay, let's start from a hat.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Buongiorno.
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 My name is Michael.
Agnese, nice to meet you.
So Anna Maria is taking me shopping today, and we thought we might look at some hats.
Sure. We should start with our best quality hat.
Oh, yes?
This is made of beaver hair.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yes. It's like silk.
It's completely handmade. Wow.
Wow.
So do you see the difference when you come in and now?
It's a lovely hat, isn't it?
Yes.
That is a lovely hat. Am I wearing it correctly? What do you think? Should it have a little...
No, this is, as you prefer.
Don't you remember Humphrey Bogart in the movie Casablanca?
Of all the gin halls and all the towns and all this world, and you had to come into mine. Yeah, I kind of remember it, yeah.
Maybe we could try something which match with your scarf and with your coat.
Please.
Agnese, have you got something green?
One. Yeah,
green
sure.
One.
Let's try this one.
Tell me about this one.
This is made of rabbit and hair. This is a medium brim.
Wow.
This hat was waiting for you.
I love the way it matches.
It's perfect for your outfit.
And are these hats expensive?
This is around 340.
340 euros.
Euros. Sure.
But you are going to buy a net which lasts for all your life.
Yes. But do you have anything that's maybe a bit of a contrast, a bit zany?
Sure. I have two perfect options.
Well, this looks like I'm wearing a vinyl disc on my head.
No. Change.
Now, what about this bright one?
This is very bright.
That's too bright, too bright.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think
Michael.
that the green one is waiting for you.
Yeah.
I
agree.
The jury has decided that this is the one. And this is interesting to me because here I am in Milano and you have calmed me down a little bit. You've subdued me with Italian style. And let's face it, that is much better. Thank you. Our weekend adventure continues. Being the economic heart of the country, Milan was heavily bombed during the Second World War, and many of its historic sites were damaged or destroyed. As a result, the city has embraced the new and boasts a skyline of bold contemporary buildings. This is known as the Bosco Verticale, the vertical woodland covered in trees that are gobbling up the carbon dioxide. Built in 2014, these award-winning apartments are planted with 90 different species of trees, plants and flowers, equivalent to 30,000 square meters of woodland and a home to hundreds of birds and butterflies. This intriguing new landmark, a novel version of green inner-city living, has become a tourist attraction. The rebirth of the area has attracted one of Milan's hottest restaurants. Ratana was opened 15 years ago by acclaimed chef Cesare and has become a gourmet destination.
Ciao.
Piacere, sono Michael.
Welcome. Ciao, Cesare.
Lovely to see you. Cesare, this area is changing so much.
Yes, from 2015.
It's all being restructured, renovated.
Yeah.
But this building has survived. What was this?
This building before is railway station storage.
So rails and pieces of equipment for the railway were stored in here.
Quello che vedi, mobili, tavoli, la boiserie, le lampade, è tutto ferro dei binari fuso e rimesso dentro.
The fittings, the cupboards, the tables, everything here is made of iron which has been melted down from the old railway stores.
And also this one coming from Duomo, from Milan.
This is the same marble as used in the Cathedral of Milan. Isn't
Yeah.
it beautiful, this pink marble? This tells me that you are very interested in heritage.
Il patrimonio della cucina è molto importante. Bisogna rispettare la tradizione.
The heritage of the cuisine is extremely important. You have to respect the tradition. May I come and see what you do?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Cesare's menu features sustainable ingredients to create a modern twist on local classics. His signature dish is the famous risotto alla milanese. I look forward to it, but first I'll receive a lesson from the master. I have made a risotto, so I shall be very interested to see how it's done properly.
Okay, you put this one inside all.
Tell me, are you one of these chefs who shouts at his workers? You're not going to shout at me.
No.
Okay, good.
Now we're starting with roasted rice.
Is that oil?
Yes. Okay, this one is our veal broth.
Veal broth. That's spectacular.
Now we put saffron powder.
Ah, look at that. According to local legend, saffron was first added to risotto in the 1500s by glassmakers who used it to colour the Duomo's stained glass windows. Since then, it's become a Milanese favourite.
The risotto is cooking very slow with not too much broth. Too much broth, there are boiled rice.
Yeah, we don't want boiled rice. When the rice has absorbed the stock, the risotto is finished with butter and lots of cheese.
I piatti tipici di Milano, ad esempio, questo si serve con l'ossobuco.
We'll serve this with an ossobuco.
Ossobuco is a veal shank. We put it in the oven with the vegetables, and after we make a terrine.
Presentation is not my forte.
More.
But here goes.
Thank you. Put this one on top. And now our meat juice, and after our gremolata.
And the masterpiece is complete. What a beautiful thing.
This is the soul of Milan.
At last, time for an early dinner, and some of the kitchen team join us.
Voila.
Grazie.
Michael, can I serve you?
Grazie. Right, let's taste this lovely risotto. Oh, it's fantastic.
You like it?
Delicious. Are you from Milan?
No, I'm from Florence.
How would you describe the difference between Florence and Milan?
Florence is a small town. Here in Milan, there are so many cultures.
Da qualsiasi parte tu venga, Milano accoglie tutti. Per cui è più facile esprimersi a Milano che nel resto dell'Italia.
Well, it has been so lovely to come here to this oasis amongst glass skyscrapers. I have found a haven of traditional Milanese food. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you.
As the sun sets on day one of my Milan weekend, I'm heading south, across the city to a beautiful district where I've booked an apartment. While I've been in Milano, I've missed the presence of a major river to compare with the Thames, the Seine, or the Tiber. But all Roman and medieval cities needed water for communication, and Milano was connected to the great Po, which runs across the north of Italy. When it came time to construct the cathedral, there had to be a major building program of canals, known in Italian as navigli, and this is the Navigli Quarter, where I will spend the night. Like another famous Italian city, Milan's canal network was once extensive. And some of them were designed by the Renaissance genius Leonardo da Vinci. Suddenly we're transported to a sort of Venice. This is like a mini Rialto bridge. By the early 20th century, many canals had been replaced by roads, and just 2 remain to this day, including the Grand Canal. Dating back to 1177, it's one of the oldest navigable waterways in Europe. Very pretty and charming. These days, its quayside is a buzzing bohemian neighbourhood, the perfect place to head for dinner over your long weekend. My apartment should be just around this corner. Yeah. Pretty rustic entrance. And this is really charming. Here we are. Very homely. Little kitchen, bedroom, fireplace, flowers, little balcony, very pretty view. And the bustle of the quayside. I shall be very happy here. Our long weekend in Milan continues. This city has for hundreds of years been a centre of commerce and then manufacture. In the early 20th century, it became known for engineering, and especially its vehicles. Car manufacturing brought together 2 of Milano's great skills, engineering and design. Between the 2 wars, when the Italian futurists were committed to speed, when Italian politicians wanted Italy to be the best, cars ticked all the boxes, and the Italian love affair with the motor car has never come to an end. So today, I'm taking you 10 miles northwest of the city centre on a road trip down memory lane. It wouldn't be right to come to Milano, to industrial northern Italy, without looking at red, speedy, flashy Italian cars. Alfa Romeo, one of Italy's most coveted brands, was founded close to here in 1910 and later moved to this site. Now owned by Stellantis, the old name and the iconic mark live on, immortalised in these pristine cars that chart its triumphs. You might not expect me to have any connection with a smart Italian motor car. People tend to underestimate how cool I am. But in the 1980s, I drove across the continent in an Alfa Romeo Giulietta, very similar to this Alfa Romeo 75, and the colour of this Alfa Romeo 164. And as I drove across Europe, approaching Italy, the car was roaring ahead with the scent of home in its nostrils. This display is open 6 days a week. Surrounded by 250 cars worth millions, I'm consumed by admiration and nostalgia. This is the Alfa Grand Sport, a champion, but definitely not designed with creature comforts in mind. It's quite tight.
Yeah, but that's another that won the race was only 1.5 meters though.
That would be an advantage. Museum director Lorenzo has a treat in store. The 1,750cc engine has roared into life. Capable of top speeds of 95 miles per hour, these were extraordinarily fast for their day. Lorenzo, what a magnificent machine. In 1930, this car won Italy's most infamous road race, the Mille Miglia. What mark do I give this car? I give it Alpha. What is it capable of today with a real driver behind the wheel? Okay. Having warmed up this ancient beauty, there's a pungent smell of fuel, and I have become a petrol head. There's nothing to do but to attempt to drive it. First gear, and off we go. Oh my God.
Okay.
That year, 135 cars entered the Mille Miglia. Only 73 would complete the 1,000 miles to cross the finish line. I hope you're not frightened.
No.
Only 213 of these Grand Sport were built. Driving one has been an experience of a lifetime, both for me and for the nearly 100-year-old car. Lorenzo, that was fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That was a real privilege to drive such a marvelous vehicle and to feel the Italian need for speed. My next destination is back in the centre of Milan, beside the cathedral where our long weekend began. But this time I'm standing at the altar to fashion. The Galleria Victor Emmanuel II, so close by the Duomo, is almost like a second cathedral. The walls are built with many Renaissance details, and above me this fantastic dome. Completed in 1877 and named after the first king of Italy, the Galleria is the oldest shopping centre in the country. Seen from the air, you appreciate that it is in the shape of the cross. For a century and a half, the four-storey glass arcade has been one of Milan's iconic landmarks. This was an immense construction project, eked out over 12 years. On December the 30th, 1876, at last, the grand entrance arch was completed. And on the eve of the great inauguration, which was to be on December the 31st, the architect Giuseppe Mangoni climbed a scaffolding for a last inspection. His last inspection, he tumbled to his death. 4,000 admiring Milanese attended his funeral. Today, the spectacular Galleria is filled with designer boutiques, stylish bars, and fine restaurants. It also honors one of the greatest minds in history. Leonardo was born in Vinci, which is near Florence, in 1452, but he spent much of his career here in Milano. Apart from being an artist, he was a natural scientist and an engineer. He was fascinated by the phenomenon of flight and devised a flying machine. He was a genius. He was the sort of person for whom the word polymath was invented. And naturally, the city of Milano is very proud. From the Mona Lisa to the Last Supper, Da Vinci's art still makes him a household name 500 years after his death. But painting is only a fraction of his accomplishments. He arrived in Milan in 1482 to work for the ruling Duke of Sforza. He redesigned the city's canal system and invented the lock, which revolutionized canal travel and is still used throughout the world more than half a millennium later. It's fitting that the Galleria houses the Leonardo III Museum. Hello. Where I've come to see how a team of expert engineers is unlocking the genius of this most celebrated Italian. What a magnificent sight. since boyhood, I've heard about the inventiveness of Leonardo da Vinci, and the brilliance of this museum is that it makes substantial the ideas that he wrote and drew on paper. In 1504 and 1505, he became quite obsessive about flight, studying the movements of birds' wings and creating on paper machines that would enable man to take to the air. In fact, it was more than 300 years later, in the middle of the 19th century, that Otto Lilienthal finally took to the air using Leonardo's concepts. Leonardo had the soaring imagination. It would take centuries for that actually to take flight. In 1519, on Leonardo's death, secret notebooks were discovered, filled with visionary ideas hundreds of years ahead of their time. It requires the extraordinary talents of museum co-founder Eduardo Zanon to bring Leonardo's sketches to life. So your tool is the computer screen. So for example here, I'm seeing wheels, pulleys, levers. What is this?
This is the only drawing about the Lion project by Leonardo.
Leonardo's drawings revealed his design for a huge, mechanical, walking lion. Eduardo and his team have worked to turn that concept into a reality today. Do you think that today we can persuade the lion to take a few steps for us?
Yeah, we can try.
Let's try. Now to see whether they've really brought him to life. Oh, oh my goodness. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. A gift from a lion. Eduardo, fantastic. There are two geniuses here, Leonardo and you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Milan is a city that has attracted geniuses. Da Vinci excelled in engineering, art, and architecture. In the early 20th century, Milan asserted itself as the industrial heart of the country. With that came prosperity and power. To put that beyond any doubt, let's move on to our next destination. I'm arriving in a part of Milano with superb architecture, beautiful dwellings, an enormous population where nobody lives. Il Cimitero Monumentale, Milan's Grand Cemetery, should without doubt feature on your list of sites to visit. Pedra.
Michael, nice to meet you.
Buongiorno, piacere.
Buongiorno, benvenuto.
Grazie. Art historian Fedra will show me around. My goodness, what an extraordinary place. I didn't expect anything on this scale.
Yeah, that's something very special.
And why so monumental, do you think?
Yeah, giant, majestic. It's the way to celebrate people who made something special for the city of Milano and for the entire country. The architect somehow created a connection between the city of the people who are living and the city of the people who are dead.
Let us leave the living behind. Let us visit the city of the dead.
Yes, let's go.
Milan's monumental cemetery covers 60 acres and was created in 1866 in homage to the great lives who shaped this vibrant city.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
It is glorious. With hundreds of eminent Italians from all backgrounds celebrated here, I'm grateful to Fedra for pointing out a few familiar names.
We can see Pirelli, the Pirelli family, the tires.
Yeah.
Or, for example, here, important names like Gianni Versace.
Oh no, amazing.
Or Luciano Pavarotti, so the great singer.
I met him. I remember him very well indeed. What an extraordinary wall of fame.
We have also Mr. Berlusconi.
I see him, Silvio Berlusconi, an important broadcaster, politician, and holder of bunga bunga parties.
Yes.
It's a truly astonishing list of people connected to the city over hundreds of years. Caravaggio.
So he was born in Milano. He was a very famous painter during the early 1600s.
Caravaggio, the painter with that fantastic sense of dark and light, a lot of violence in his paintings. He actually killed a man during his life as well.
Yeah, more than one probably, but we don't know officially.
Outside, the tombs are, well, intended to impress. It strikes me how fashions have changed, because nowadays we're all expected to be very modest and self-effacing. But in these days, people were allowed to be completely over the top.
Yeah, you're right. It is a way to shout, to tell everybody loudly, I made it. So I can give food to my family. I reached a status and I started with nothing.
And shout loudly they do. And the avenue has led us directly towards a sculpture which is truly spectacular.
Yeah, the Last Supper, painted for the first time by Leonardo da Vinci in the 1400s, and now created with a huge sculpture by the same artist who created also one of the doors in the Duomo of Milano. So one of the greatest sculpture we have in Milano.
And for whom could such an extraordinary, exotic tomb be constructed?
Yeah, for one of the most important industrialist family, the family Campari. So, and if you look very carefully, look at the bread. It's a little bit small for 12 people, but look at the glass. That's a little bit too big. I can assure you, the artist Giannino Castiglioni could calculate the proportions perfectly. It's not a mistake. It's marketing also at the cemetery. We call it the last aperitivo, okay?
What amazes me about this place is that people were so concerned about making monuments for after they were gone. I can't say I'm in any way bothered about posterity. And you might think that that is modest or falsely modest, but not at all. Because after I'm dead, I won't be here. And so I don't care what people think or say about me anymore. As our second day in Milan comes towards its end, I'm drawn not by its medieval past, but towards a modern Italian institution. As twilight falls on the city, the neon signs gleam through the gloaming. This is the cocktail hour, or as we say in Milano, time for an aperitivo. Buonasera. Maurizio. I'm Michael. What a pleasure to meet you. And the famous Barbasso.
Welcome to Milano. Welcome to Barbasso.
Ah, I mean, this is an institution, isn't it, this bar?
Well, we've been around for a long time. The bar was founded in the 30s.
Maurizio's father bought Barbasso in 1967, just as the world changed.
In the 60s, it was really a place to be. And then we had people from all over the world working for Versace, for Gucci, coming to the bar.
Tell me about the ritual nowadays of the aperitivo. I mean, for example, do you have the aperitivo with anything to eat?
No, usually aperitivo is something that you drink before going out for dinner or before you go home. After work, you just take some time for yourself, but also you socialize with other people.
The drinks menu offers 500 cocktails. It feels appropriate to start with an Italian classic mixed properly, the Negroni. That is an extraordinary glass, Maurizio.
Yes, it's sturdy. A big ice cube.
Yeah.
And then...
that is a big ice cube.
Then it's garnished with an orange slice. Campari.
How much?
Go, I'll tell you. It's like, okay, that's fine. Then red vermouth. And then gin. We should open it up. Perfect. Then you stir with our magic stick.
The magic stick?
Yes.
This looks lethal.
Michael, give it a try.
Thank you. Oh, that is delicious, isn't it? The Campari gives it that lovely bitterness.
And it's smooth also because of the vermouth. And
it disguises the alcohol because that must be pretty strong. I'll just check. Yeah, pretty strong. Ooh. Time now for Bar Basso's Sbagliato. Like so many culinary and libationary discoveries, the signature cocktail arose from a mistake.
so my father, one day, he was making a Negroni, and he was supposed to grab the gin, so he put the hand there without looking. But he found out that he had the bottle of sparkling wine. So we have a lighter version called Negroni Sbagliato.
Because sbagliato means that's gone wrong or a mistake.
And this is
yes,
more refreshing and much lighter.
I imagine that in summer is fantastic. Oh, wonderful. So your father's mistake has turned out to be a brilliant success.
Yes.
Let me see. Negroni or Negroni Sbagliato. I think I may need a bigger sample of each before I decide. For our last morning in Milan, I'm taking you to the east of the city and the neighbourhood of Ortica, in search of a game with its roots in ancient Rome. A repurposed railway station, a sign that says bowling alley for railway workers. Now I know I'm far off the tourist trail. This is one of many clubs across the city where locals come to compete. It's a great sight. Something I've never seen in Italy before. It feels like the real Italy, or at least the real Milano. Poor Alessandra has volunteered to be my coach and my mentor. Alessandra?
Hi.
I'm Michael. Very good to see you. Alessandra, what is this game?
This is bocce. It's a very old game and very typical of this area.
It looks a little bit like an English game we have called bowls, but also like the French game pétanque.
Yes.
And there's a little red ball, and
Yes.
that's the target ball. Yeah.
Exactly. The winner is the one who gets the closest to it.
I noticed that sometimes they throw very aggressively, and that's to knock somebody's ball out of the way.
Exactly. And this is called bocciare.
An Italian word with no English equivalent. It means to send your opponent's ball flying.
This is your time to play now.
Humiliation ahead, I think. Piacere,
Gianni.
Marino.
Sì, sì.
Sì.
Sono Michael.
Piacere.
Piacere.
Buonasera.
Lei gioca tutti i giorni? Do you play every day?
Sì, io ho incominciato a giocare che ero un ragazzino.
I was a little boy when I began playing. Tonight, Morino and Alessandra allow a novice into their team.
È questione d'abitudine.
You go straight on, no left.
Straight on.
No.
Troppo forte, troppo forte. Too strong, too strong.
Come direzione?
Bravo.
Bravo.
Time to redeem myself. Maybe.
Complimenti.
Sadly, it's not enough. I can see why these guys do it, because already we have a team spirit, we have camaraderie. People are very generous in their compliments. I came, I played, they conquered. The scoreboard is absolutely merciless. 5-0. Well, it was my first time. Grazie, Manino. Grazie, Alessandra. What's even more fun is that after the bocce, the hall makes way for a dinner dance. Boogie woogie, Lindy hop, and ballroom take centre stage. After a busy day, I think I'll sit this one out. Bravi! Bravi! Milan can celebrate many achievements. Its contribution to the world is enduring. But it was also the birthplace of fascism, which led Italy into one of its darkest periods. The rise of the dictator Mussolini and his party had started decades earlier. During the First World War, Italy suffered an enormous number of casualties. And despite being on the winning side at the Treaty of Versailles that ended the conflict, Italy felt hard done by. That may help to explain the discontent that led to the foundation of the fascist movement here in Milan in 1919. The fascists became the government from 1922, and fascism became increasingly violent and thuggish. Italy allied with Nazi Germany during the Second World War and was brought to defeat. The career of Benito Mussolini would also end in Milan, in the sense that his dead body was hanged from a lamppost in the city. Mussolini's rule was sustained by thuggery and murder. Fascism also imposed its will on architecture, leaving a striking legacy of modernist or brutalist buildings across Milan. If not always to be celebrated, the style can be appreciated. There's one building in particular, in the Piazza Affari, that local historian Deborah wants me to see. Well, Deborah, here we see a remarkable building.
Yes.
What is this?
This is the stock exchange of Milan, La Borsa. It was built in the 1930s. Milan was the capital of business, trade, so Mussolini wanted a new building in fascist style. When they started to build this building, they found the ruins of the Roman theater. Huh. And that's why this building took inspiration from a Roman building.
Do we find in a building like this explicit fascist symbols?
Yeah, for example, on the pillar there is a fascio littorio, the symbol used by the fascist party. It was the symbol of the bodyguards from the Roman Empire. The bundle of wood sticks tied around an axe. A bundle in Italian means fascio, and fascism derived from fascio littorio.
So do you think that recently it has been possible for people to reconsider these buildings, to divorce them a little bit from their political context and to regard them for their aesthetic value?
Yeah, now we can appreciate.
As our long weekend in Milan nears its end, come with me as I take a moment out of the hustle and bustle. Stepping into Sempione Park with over 100 acres of greenery in the heart of the city. Where better to enjoy the sun on our last afternoon? I've been coming to Italy for half a century, and I wouldn't be surprised if over that time, on average, I've been once a year. I've got to know its cities, but also its towns and its villages. And I've enjoyed going back to the same places again and again. Rome, Florence, and Venice. I've been to Milano a few times, but not as much as to the other places, and I haven't seen the city in the same depth as the others. But I'm finding that Milano is making me happy. It's a city that seems anxious to reach its future. And having that feeling about what's ahead has made me feel optimistic. Originally the hunting grounds of the Forzesco Castle, Sempione Park was remodelled in 1894 to resemble the romantic English gardens of the 19th century. When its gates were thrown open to the public, Milan's master of design made his own addition some 40 years later. The people of Milano can enjoy this lovely Sempione Park. In 1932, the city authorities asked Gio Ponti, the designer and engineer, to construct a tower with a viewing platform at the top so that people could enjoy views over the city. His solution is very elegant, it's hexagonal in shape, it tapers towards the top. And since that was the 1930s, when Italian nationalism was very rampant, it was hailed as a fine example of Italian engineering prowess. At 108.6 meters, the Torre Branca is Milan's 10th highest building. It's not easy to get views over Milano. And now I begin to see the, oh yes, the castle in the foreground and the cathedral behind. Oh, beautifully silhouetted in this light. It's a perfect day for viewing. You can see for kilometers and kilometers. Ah, you have to see Milan from here. This is beautiful. What a sight. Well, it certainly is revealing to see Milano from this great height. One very striking thing is the close presence of the Alps, meaning that just here are France and Germany and Austria. And these exert probably a greater magnetic pull on Milano than, say, Rome, let alone Naples or Sicily. Before my flight home, I have one quick stop to make in the Galleria. Cast your eyes down to the mosaic floor and discover 4 coats of arms. Milan, of course, and the capitals of the Kingdom of Italy over the years, Rome, Florence and Turin. The so-called Bull of Torino was designed well endowed, and therefore, of course, people thought that it brought fertility and good luck. And it was suggested that if you span on the well-endowed bit 3 times, that would bring you great luck. So I shall try that. But of course, one of the consequences for the poor old bull is that where he had his manhood, there is now just a hole. As I bid farewell to marvellous Milan, I've enjoyed this bustling and self-confident city that looks to the future. We've shared the very best of what Milan has to offer. What a beautiful thing. This looks lethal. We put the vroom vroom into Milano. Bravi! Follow me to Milano and let its style rub off on you.